In this tutorial, we'll be showing you how to make your own graphics to use in your games. As an independent games developer, you've got to do the programming, the graphics, the music, everything. So what we're going to be doing is a race car for our racing game. This racing game here, we've got three cars, and we're going to add a fourth car. So we've got they're kind of based on Indy cars or Formula One cars. And obviously we can't use the actual teams, but if you've got a red car and it looks like a Formula One car or an Indy car, the player will kind of imagine that's Ferrari, or if it's Indy car, the Target Chip Ganassi, I think, are they've got the red car in IndyCar at the moment. So what I've done is I've produced a drawing, a pencil drawing that we've scanned in, and this is what we're going to use as a basis and kind of work this through until it's something that we can use in the game. This is the red car. So this is one that we've already done, and that's used inside the game. So that's kind of, if you want to get an idea of what we're going to produce at the end of it and what you're going to be able to, learn to draw, that's hopefully will come out with something as good or better, hopefully better than this. I don't think I closed that properly. Now, you don't have to, I'll make this pencil drawing available. You don't have to use this, you can draw your own, or if you're really confident, you can just go in without a reference image and do it without a reference image. But if you're not too good at drawing, I mean, mine wasn't great, so as long as you can sketch something. But if you're not great at drawing or confident with it, and you've got a digital camera, you can take a picture of a toy, or a toy car, or if you're doing a spaceship, take a picture of a toy spaceship or something, or just have a look on Google image search or on Flickr and find a picture of something similar to what you want to end up with, and you can use that as your reference image. If we just have a look at another racing game we did a few years back now, these were more go-karts. I don't think go-karts have spoilers, and I think the front wheels are the same size as the rear wheels, but loosely based on a go-kart. And we did a plasticine model of a driver and a car, and we took some photographs of that, and that's what we used as a reference image to come up with these carts here. So it doesn't have to be a drawing. So we'll get started. This image is roughly 800 by 400. So I'm going to change the document properties to be 800 by 400. We get the background color grey. And we'll import to the stage this race car picture. And it's hopefully pretty symmetrical. I'm just going to view the rulers here, and I'm going to drag down from here and you can see it's not straight, so it needs rotating. Now I could have fixed this up in Photoshop or GIMP. That's what I would have done usually, but it's okay. We can do a transform here. So I'm just going to use the free transform tool and rotate it a little. I'm just nudging it now with the keyboard, pressing up the up arrow on the keyboard. I'm pretty happy with that, so that's much better. So there, I just clicked on the free transform tool, I rotated it and nudged it around with the keyboard, and I'm happy with that. So I'll make this a guide layer so it doesn't show through on the final SWF. I'll lock that because we shouldn't need to mess with it anymore, and I'm going to start I'll write if I make any spelling mistakes, you'll have to forgive me, my spelling's terrible. Okay, so now we're pretty much set up to start. So the car here is going to be a blue car, and I like the look of the Red Bull, the Formula 1 Red Bull team, but obviously we can't just rip off the Red Bull logo and because of copyright issues and what have you. So I've done a kind of squiggle here. Theirs is a couple of bulls kind of rutting, almost headbutting each other. So I know this doesn't look much like a bull, but we could have had we could have had it perfect, a perfect copy. But we've just kind of done it looks, I suppose, like a country. So we've just done a squiggle, and this will be pretty small in the game anyway, so you won't notice it a lot, and it'll just look like some kind of logo, and hopefully hint at a Formula 1 team. Now, you could. I'm using Flash here because we're creating a vector image. You could use GIMP, Photoshop, Illustrator. The tools I'm going to use are just very basic drawing tools and gradient fills. I'm not using anything other than that, and I'm using Flash CS4. Although I don't see why this wouldn't work in CS3, CS2, previous versions, and by the time you're watching this anyway, it's probably CS10 or something like that. So these are pretty fundamental, ordinary tools that you'll find in most drawing packages, but Flash is my tool of choice. And when I first started out, I knew absolutely nothing, so forgive me if it's patronizing, but I'm just assuming that you don't know anything like I did when I first started out.